My philosophy of leadership is that a leader needs to have a very clear vision, and he has to be a role model himself. And my ideal is our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and our Quran and Sunnah, the practical application of Quran we see in his life. And I'm highly inspired by his life, how he treated his wives, children, even his enemies, and that is how that he became a perfect role model. Only then it was possible for him to spread Islam. So in my life, I have his life and Quran has been my guideline. Whatever I am today, whenever I'm stressed out, I just open up the Quran or go through the life of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and that is such a big guideline for me. And you need to believe in your vision yourself first of all, and become a true role model. If there are just words and no action, then eventually you are going to fail. So, and of course, hardships are part and parcel of any drive or any vision which you plan to achieve. So we need to be focused, we need to be determined. Being a female living in Pakistan, it was challenging, starting a shelter home for 2005 earthquake affected girls, and then starting this educational project. So I feel that if you have a firm belief in your vision, and then of course the divine force, Allah, and the teachings of our Prophet ﷺ, then today whatever I have achieved is because of that. I'm really honored that you are considering me as a leader, because I never think of myself as a leader. When I started this project of a shelter home for the underprivileged and the earthquake affected girls, my vision, my passion was to help the females who need our help. And of course, like what Allah demands from us, that whatever is extra, you need to give it away to the underprivileged. So there is never ever a perfect scenario that if you really want to achieve something in life or become a leader. I never thought of becoming a leader when I started this, when I embarked on this mission. But now I tell my girls, the girls whom I'm working with, that I don't want you to be my followers. I want you to be leaders in your own domain. And it's never ever a smooth sailing. There are going to be a lot of hardships, but if you believe in your vision, if you are honest, and if you're determined, and if you're hardworking, you tend to achieve your objective, and you will be successful, inshallah. No matter what you do, there are at times that you really feel stressed out. There are a lot of hardships. So how I deal with them is because your connection with Allah. I feel that if you read Quran with meaning, Allah tells you very bluntly and frankly that I will test you. So we need to be prepared for that. So the moment I connect with Allah, and I do it every day, and mashallah, being a Muslim, I'm really fortunate that I'm born Muslim. So that is my stress reliever. When I talk to Allah, and then I read about the hardships what our prophets, our Sufis went through. So that is such a big reliever for me, that this is nothing. And so my energies are rejuvenated, and I come very fresh, and of course then the show must go on. So that is how I deal with my stress. I was a mainstream teacher, but when my nephew Bilal was born, he was a slow learner. So I decided to do this course of remedial therapist so that I can deal with children who have learning difficulties, dyslexic, slow learners. So it is really, really challenging, because due to the lack of awareness in Pakistan, very few people know about dyslexia and its related problem. People assume that these children are abnormal children, they have some problem with their brains. And my toughest job is educating the educationist. So there are a few centers in Karachi with Read and Care, and Ideas, Institute of Dyslexia Education and Attitudinal Studies. I'm the founder of this institute, first institute for the dyslexic children in the north of Pakistan. It is challenging, but it is really fulfilling at the same time, because so many children are dependent on us and the parents when they approach us and they come to us, and we are able to help them out. And Alhamdulillah, Ideas in a short span of 5 years has been able to pass a dyslexia bill from the Senate, thanks to the PTI Senator Samina Said, and we still have a long way to go. It is really challenging, especially people at the helm of affair when they don't know about dyslexia and the learning difficulties. But we are determined, we are trying our best, and we are trying to educate others. We offer diploma course once a year, and we have teacher training sessions here. We have got a mainstream inclusive school here as well. So Ideas is basically a pilot project which can be replicated anywhere in Pakistan. So we are trying to revamp the education system, bridge the gap between the privileged and the underprivileged, because we believe that each and every child, irrespective of color, caste, creed or religion, deserves to get the best in life and education for all. As far as the books are concerned, it all depends on my mood. Personally, I really like reading Rumi and Iqbal. And then, like motivational books, when I really want some motivation, I'd read about our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and his companions and his wives. And then on the lighter side, I love reading jokes of Khushwant Singh, unke Mullah Nasruddin's jokes and all that. And movies, of course, Pakistani cinema has really improved. And Jawani Phir Nahi Aani is the latest movie which I saw, and I simply loved it. And apart from that, I love watching cartoons, and Tom and Jerry is my favorite cartoon. The struggle, constant struggle and rivalry. I simply love that love-hate relationship of these two characters. So it depends on what my mood is, and depending on the mood, I pick up a movie or a book. My mentor has been my father. He was in the army, he fought in the Second World War, he got wounded, his face was blown away, and he survived in jungles of Malaya, and he was awarded Military Cross. So my earliest memories, I remember my parents, especially my father, serving humanity. So he has been my mentor. He passed away 18 years back. After my father, my friends, my childhood friends, Alhamdulillah, I'm really fortunate to have amazing friends. And they are my biggest critique, they are my mentors. Humaira Masudeen, he was a criminologist, a lawyer. Mariam Barki, Hina Qureshi, Turkan Zakaria. These are my childhood friends who are with me in my projects. They constantly guide me, they are my support system, a shoulder to cry on for me. And of course, like I've told you earlier, our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, his whole life is my guiding light for me. Whenever I'm down, I'm stressed out, I look at his life and I learn a lot, and I come out with new energies to continue my mission. My message for young and aspiring leaders is that you need to have a role model or any personality with whom you are really impressed. For me, our Prophet Muhammad, Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, is a big role model, and our leader, Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. And if you follow their lives closely, you come to know that without hard work, dedication, compassion and believing in yourself, you cannot achieve anything. So all these ingredients have to be there. You need to be compassionate enough to feel for others. So whatever your objective is, if you want to be a good leader, so you have to have all these things in yourself and work hard. Without hard work, you cannot achieve your aim.